Welcome to our deep dive into one of the most complex and fascinating organs in the human body, the brain. It weighs about 1.4 kilograms, yet it controls everything we do, feel, and think. From making memories to generating emotions, how does this organ do it all? In today's video, we'll break down the basics of brain structure, neurons, information processing, emotions, and even neuroplasticity. So get ready for a fascinating journey inside the human brain, where every second, billions of neurons are firing and creating the world as you see it. To understand how the brain works, let's start with its structure. The human brain is divided into different sections, each responsible for unique functions. 1. The cerebral cortex, the outer layer responsible for advanced processes like thinking, language, and memory. It's divided into 4 lobes. Frontal lobe, in charge of decision-making, problem-solving, and controlling impulses. Parietal lobe, processes sensory information, helping us understand space, touch, and even temperature. Temporal lobe, deals with auditory processing and memory formation. Occipital lobe, primarily processes visual information. 2. The cerebellum, located under the cortex, controls balance and coordination. Imagine it as the brain's movement manager. 3. The brainstem, which includes the midbrain, pons, and medulla, regulates essential life functions like breathing, heartbeat, and sleeping. 4. The limbic system, the emotional center of the brain, responsible for memory and feelings. This includes the amygdala and hippocampus, which play significant roles in how we experience and process emotions. The brain is composed of about 86 billion neurons, or nerve cells. Neurons are like the brain's messaging system. They communicate with each other through tiny junctions called synapses, where electrical and chemical signals are exchanged. Here's how it works. Neurons send signals using electrical impulses, which travel along their axons. When these impulses reach the synapse, they release neurotransmitters, which carry the signal to the next neuron. Every time we learn something new, practice a skill, or even form a memory, we're creating and strengthening connections between neurons. This process of connection making is key to understanding how the brain works. The more we repeat an action, the stronger these neural connections become, making it easier to perform that task in the future. It's how we develop everything from memories to habits. Information processing in the brain. Our brain is constantly processing information from the world around us. When we see, hear, taste, or feel something, signals travel through sensory nerves to different parts of the brain. Each type of sensory information is processed in specific areas. Visual information is processed in the occipital lobe, located at the back of the brain. Auditory information goes to the temporal lobe, where sounds are interpreted. Sensory and spatial information, like touch, is processed in the parietal lobe. Once the brain processes these signals, it combines them to create what we perceive as reality. This entire process happens in milliseconds, allowing us to interact with and understand our environment. Emotions and the limbic system. Our emotions are processed in the brain's limbic system, which includes structures like the amygdala and hippocampus. The amygdala is key for emotional responses, particularly fear and pleasure, while the hippocampus helps us store and retrieve memories. Together, they create emotional responses based on past experiences, linking emotions with memories. This is why certain sights, sounds, or smells can trigger strong emotional reactions. Our brains have linked these stimuli with specific emotions. The limbic system also influences our decision-making, showing just how much emotions impact our thoughts and actions. Neuroplasticity and learning. One of the most incredible features of the human brain is its ability to adapt and change, a property called neuroplasticity. Unlike computers, which are hardwired, our brains are constantly reshaping and reorganizing. This plasticity allows us to learn new skills, adapt to challenges, and recover from injuries. For instance, when we practice a new language or a musical instrument, we're actively reshaping our neural pathways. With time, the brain strengthens these pathways, making it easier to remember and perform these activities. This adaptability is why humans can continue learning and developing throughout their lives. Conclusion: the human brain is a remarkable organ, constantly working, adapting, and creating new connections. Although we've learned a lot about how it functions, there is still so much to discover. From its billions of neurons to its capacity for emotion and memory, the brain remains one of biology's greatest mysteries. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the human brain. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible organ, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on the wonders of science and the human body. See you next time.